you're about to start a garden, one of the most important things you can do for yourself is get a load of mulch. Mulch provides a good barrier to prevent weeds from coming up and weed seeds from getting down to the soil. You can see right here a good example of what happens when you use mulch and when you do not. I love using mulch because it also brings in fungal microbes into your soil. When you have a soil that is dominant in fungus opposed to bacteria, the plant nutrients are the nutrients the plants require are much more readily available. You can see right here, this is fungus that is starting to grow on the wood. So why wood is so important to fungus is that the wood contains a substance called lignin, and lignin is not digestible to bacteria. And when you add in the lignin to the soil, the fungus comes in and starts breaking it up. But it also creates a habitat that is more readily suitable for other fungi. And one very important fungi is called mycorrhizal. Mycorrhizal fungi attach to plants' roots, and it basically extends out further and further into the soil than the plants can actually reach, and it will bring back water to the roots of the plant. And in return, the plant provides sugars that feed the fungus. And fungi also have enzymes inside of them that allows it to break down minerals much more efficiently, and then it can provide those minerals to the plants. And another good thing is that it doesn't just connect to one plant, it connects to a whole bunch of different plants in the ecosystem that is basically what you're trying to create with your garden. And then the mycorrhizal fungi will take the nutrients from one plant that is doing really well and give it to one that is not doing as well. And it can transfer sugars. So if a tree is in the forest and it wants to help out its offspring, it can transfer nutrients through the mycorrhizal web to that offspring. Another reason you'll want to use mulch is because it creates a blanket for your soil. It will hold in moisture and provide a habitat for all the microbes and the insects and worms that are living inside your soil. It will prevent the soil from drying out on those really hot sunny days, and it will help protect against frost, although it will slow down the heating of the soil come spring. The types of fungus that break down wood are called saprophytic fungi. Mostly the saprophytic fungi only eat dead wood, although there are certain types that will actually parasitize living plants. One great thing about different types of fungi is they contain a substance called glomalin, and glomalin will hold the soil together and create pockets of air and bits that hold water. It will enrich your soil and provide food for microbes as well as the plants. One drawback to adding mulch to your garden is that you're adding a whole bunch of carbon to the soil, and as the bacteria and the fungi break down the carbon, they require more nitrogen. And if you don't add any nitrogen to your garden soil, the area that you're planting, then they will use that before the plants can. And this is all right if you allow things to break down over time before you want to plant anything, because once the microbes themselves die, they release the nitrogen back into the soil. Nature's process is to turn bare rock into old-growth forest. When we start a garden, we're usually starting at the grasslands point in the transformation from bare rock into forest, and we want to get it to a point where it is shrubland to forest floor type of biome. And the best way to help that along is to add mulch. because the mulch adds the lignin, which attracts the fungi, which basically creates the habitat that you want for your veggies or your shrubs. If you have trees or flowers, they will appreciate having um, the fungal microbes opposed to the bacteria microbes present in the soil. The best way to get mulch is to contact your local arborist and see if they're doing any jobs in the same areas where you have your garden. Um, it helps to offer them some beer or some veggies from your garden if you already have your garden established. You can also offer to pay for it. I hope this helped encourage you to get mulch for your garden, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.